So back at the house, Deliarah, Talah, Taka, March. Yeah. Deliarah, Elsa, you are at the door. Taka, where would you be?
I've stood up and I'm looking towards the host now because he doesn't have what I want on him. So I'm guessing the next place is going to be inside the home.
Talah and March, where y'all at?
I got a quick question.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to remember, there was an explosion on the property, or was it just a shootout?
I will say you heard like shots and then boom, explosion on the property.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I know he died. I was pretty vague about how it transpired. So what I will say is shots started firing and then something was thrown and then there was a boom.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool.
So wait, is March's body in shambles? Him foot over there and him head over there, and maybe he's missing a few fingers.
No, August's body is not in shambles. It looks more like debris, like the debris that you guys were rolling for to reduce damage for. Like that is what may have caused it and a direct.
I don't like that now.
Oh.
Alright.
So got it.
Talah wants to know if Talah sees the two going, either looking or being at the front door towards the house, and Talah doesn't know why they are going out of man house when absolutely certain the man himself is over there. So
well, you are, but you're absolutely certain. But like the rest of them, they just see a body.
So Talah asks March if you want to go check with Pastor, because I mean, him saying a pastor and you have a dead body. Maybe a little maybe hope for the best. I just think for your peace of mind, because the police not reach here for tomorrow.
Frost.
You might want to make your own peace. Though I do caution, you don't want to go near that pastor man. But I'm giving you options. And Taka, what you are look for again?
Maya beg.
It's a magical item, DM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it close enough that my spirit sense ability would pick it up?
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So you use your spirit sense thing, 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Within 30 feet, what you're picking up is Taka and all his magics. He seems more powerful than before. You can get with that. Because you all leveled up. 30 feet. Right now, nothing. Not at all. What I will say though, the vibe in this yard itself feels a little
It might be here. It doesn't feel great here, but it might be here. So if you want to commit another crime, I mean, you're already up, right? Breaking and entering is so bad. You did throw a fireball at the people you keep. So you might want to check in there so I can go in I can go with you if you want, because I might be able to sing.
Which line Jamaica say you can't throw a fireball somewhere? Like that's not a crime.
Bro, that is
that's
destroying people's property.
That's an event.
That's
You
an
destroyed
event.
property.
The fireball
You
destroyed the property. I didn't destroy the property.
Wow.
All of Talah's
That's like
eyes
You
the
are
get
a
God
cold
good
told the man, I
politician.
didn't do
Fireballs kill
God.
people.
God
People
kills
don't kill people.
People don't kill people. What are you talking about?
Tyler
all
doesn't
of the
kill
floating
Arthur's
eyes.
laws.
All of Talah's floating eyes narrow in disbelief. And you can tell that she is not buying your bullshit. Right? And Talah just goes inside.
I think during y'all's conversation, Deliarah already made it in the house,
Yeah.
and she had taken out like some gloves from her suitcase, the ones that don't leave your fingerprint, right? And she heads towards Augusta's room.
So you
To
get
try and
into
find-
a living room / dining room. There's a door to your left and right, and one right in front as well. Around that time when you look around and you see these entrances, that I'll allow that to be the time that like March and Talah finish up the conversation.
Okay.
Sorry, Talah and Taka finish up the conversation.
Taka. Okay. Yeah, so I'm assuming she knows which room is his, considering he's done stuff for her before.
Yeah.
So she's gonna just head towards that
I will
general
say
area.
it's unlikely that they would have allowed you in the house like that. Roll luck. Roll 1d8 plus luck.
What's my luck?
Maybe they didn't invite her. And
If it's more than a 5, sure.
Hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
you know listen, my experience with a natural 8, Deliarah. You would know exactly where Augustus keeps documents and so on. You know
where he keeps his weed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that is a stash.
It's the same place. Some of those papers get rolled for other things. I will say, Deliarah, as you walk into the living room, you hear something drop behind you.
Rebuke it in the name of the Almighty.
It's kind of, oh, that doesn't have good effect, but it's like, screw it. Something falls.
Something shoots in the direction of, I guess, where that ball fell.
Go again?
What does she see?
Oh, you
like she looks in the direction, yeah.
There is a broom that was beside the doorway that fell down.
Means nothing to her. She go towards the room simply.
All right. You can start heading towards the room. What the other people doing?
Talah is checking if Taka wants to go in and check for his abeng. Because she'll help him out.
All right. So Talah and
Deacon is curating a story before he steps outside of the door.
So Devine is across the road.
March is
March?
tired. March is kind of mentally just fine, and notices people heading towards the house. She's not gonna let people just roam around the house and supervise. So she knows her way around supposedly. So she's just like, you guys insist on going inside until the police come. I am coming with you. I'm not letting you people walk around with no supervision.
Okay.
So she heads towards the house as well.
Y'all leaving Augustus where he was?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair.
Yes.
That guy.
Talah looks at her and rolls her eyes and says, Taka's my supervisor.
Also, March took a picture of him, so she will know if somebody tampered with him afterwards.
Fair. Taka and Talah, as you enter the house, I want you to roll. Each roll may 1d8 plus magic to exceed a 6. No, 5. Probably easier than that.
4 plus 3, 4, 5, 7.
So Talah gets a 7. Taka get like an 8.
Eight.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that knowledge, you see a broom beside the door with like the top part facing away from the door. You realize that this is one of those things that superstitious people do, where they put the broom upside down near the door to keep out evil spirits. And
Uh-huh.
it has recently fallen.
Mm.
Talah
Hold on,
stops at the door. Talah stops back at the door, points to it, and looks into the house at the politician. Did always know that my Duppy bad.
Oh my god!
and fixes it back,
As
but
you
it's
reach,
on alert.
as you reach towards it to start fixing it, Kandice, you start hearing falling noises all around you. And then so do you, Talah, so do you, Taka, as things start falling off the bookshelves, rolling off the tables. I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, we've got in
Including
Duppies
Deacon.
now.
As
D20
Talah,
or
D8
initiative
plus
again?
speed. 1d8 plus speed.
Okay,
As
so not Deacon then.
Deacon roll as well.
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
But as you
Which one?
feel 1d8 plus your speed.
Speed.
Yeah. So as you feel the little
Yes.
what should I call it? Oh yeah, you feel spirits, Talah. That's what I'm trying to remember. So Talah, you and your vibe sense feel like things that were buried or hidden around this property starts coming back to the fore.
Oh, all of
Very on
Talah's
brand
eyes
Deliarah,
start
that's
looking around. Like they're going crazy and they're blinking, and Talah's like, yep, this is bad. I rolled a 5,
Duppies.
by the way. Sounds
I
like
have a
It's
plus
seven
one
I
and
just
speed,
am
by the way.
yard.
So
Alright,
my
as
total
soon as
for
doing it for
initiative
them.
is 8.
I have +1 speed too, so 6 for me.
Oh no, hold on. I don't need that sound on the audio.
Oh, hold on. That not sound safe.
That did
That-
not sound
That
right.
did not
No, I was
sound
clearing my nose. No,
Hey.
no, this has nothing to do with the obvious monster coming to kill you.
Oh,
I wanna go home. Can Deacon turn around?
You are home. Deacon is literally home. Deacon couldn't be more
Deacon is
home.
the safest person here.
when I said
Right?
going to the yard,
All right. What were those initiative, people?
Deacon has
5.
4.
Take
Alright, so
Talah has 5.
8.
Deacon was 4. March was 5.
6.
6.
Yep.
Taka,
5.
Yep.
8.
Deliarah. Oh,
8. Talah,
5.
5. And I have Deliarah here.
2.
Oh no.
On brand. So
Yeah.
on brand.
I mean, she did.
I feel like it
to the
fits the
Duppy
situation
warning.
perfectly. Like she's just like, huh? Oh, a broom fell. Huh? Okay. Done it.
Every
Alright.
Duppy under the sun standing up beside her.
Also,
Unbothered,
Lydia,
unfazed.
like,
Talah
She's
and Taka. Actually, it's Taka first. Let me start Taka specifically. Taka, you enter this place, you see Talah reach towards the broom, and then you notice chill in the air and things falling off the shelf. Currently, you're not seeing a tangible threat. but there's obviously something in the air. What would you like to do?
Well, I have no intuition, but I know Talah does. So I grab Talah and I'm like, there are obviously ghosts here, Duppies here. I need you to communicate with them for me. I need you to ask them, where is Maya Bang, damn it? Go through the walls, find their bang, and I'll sweeten the deal. I'll sweeten the deal. Whichever ghost help me out, I'll hook you up with whatever ghosts want. I'm a man of spiritual power. We'll figure something out.
Gotta respect it.
Man
I
is,
have to
man,
respect it.
man is
Okay.
on a mission.
Deliarah here overhearing that, I'm thinking I need to recruit this man to my party. Like some man with a vision.
Right?
Yeah, man.
So that's why
My
she noticed
day-
nothing.
Everything. It's crazy.
For your day job's a sales rep. Cause
All right.
my God.
All right, Taka, what you can also do, you're
Mhm.
able to hold like a main action. So if or you can do it with a minor action, but you're able to hold an action to say if X happens, I do Y, or sorry, if A happens, I do B. So
Okay.
put a criteria and then what main action pops up if that happens.
I'm not sure that what the upper cover here for that.
Okay.
So
okay.
wait, so me talking to Talah is a secondary
No,
secondary
that's
option?
just free. You just get to tell her that.
We can
So that's
talk.
communication. on your
Okay.
turn. So you get
Okay.
communication, movement. I will say where you are, there is a lot of shaking happening. So
Okay.
it feels like there's a lot going on in like
Right, okay.
near the wall that you are, like 5-10 feet near you. A lot
Okay.
of books coming off that shelf.
Okay.
Or that window shaking an awful lot.
I wouldn't know what that means. I'll probably get away from it.
All right, yeah, so you can move.
I step to the side because I don't want to get hit by the falling book.
just a
and
very
the
gentle.
bookshelf.
So like is this room
Yeah,
is
I'm
up-
not rushed. Just
Yeah, it's just
regular
like-
pace.
It's a very regular pace. All right, this room is about 20 feet wide. Wait, 20 feet in one direction and then about 70 feet in the other. So
Big old room.
it's a living room and then dining room. So like the couch and the TV, one section to the
Okay.
left, and then to the right, you have your dining room table with like 5 chairs and a bench. A little further past the dining room, you can see like what seems to be a kitchen. So where you are near the TV shelf with some books and games falling off, about 5 feet behind you, near that wall behind you,
Mhm.
I'll have you just move up like 10 feet, 5 feet, or yeah.
Okay.
How far did you want to go into this 20-foot room?
Just far enough where the bookshelf, depending on the height of the bookshelf, to where it won't fall on me.
All right, I'm
That's it,
putting
just-
you
just far
around in the middle of the room. As you move away, let me see.
But
Oh,
again, I'm waiting on a reply from the ghost. I'm waiting for Talah to speak to the ghost and then for me to get a reply. So I'm not going
Okay.
far.
there's not much I can do. Okay, no, I was just checking something. So, I was just checking some stats. So
Okay.
you move away and you're out of where the books are falling.
Mhm.
You want to hold anything for your turn? If nothing fly at you, punch, for instance. You can summon stuff, by the way.
Yeah, but again, I don't need that right now. It's Duppies. Like they're upward. Like
You're
What
like,
do you want,
I don't know what this is. This is just
I don't feel threatened by Duppies right now.
my shaking book.
That how was so shaky. Like mm.
That's clear.
Oh,
right.
Remember, you have to remember that again. Taka deals in magic, right?
Right.
Right. Talah,
Regularly, yeah.
Talah, who's his friend, Also deals with magic and spirits and so
Yeah, so
on. So like
if
this
Duppies are
isn't.
acting up,
Yeah, man. Just
You
turn to the
call
left.
your Duppies friend.
It's
Turn to the
part of the
left.
course.
yeah. Like,
Nanny saved me. A ghost saved me. So you know what I mean? Like,
it's like I don't know who ghosts thinks they're scaring just by existing, but they need to do more than that. They need to come a little better. Like, did they bring a weapon? Anything else? Like,
Like a book shaking.
Ghost with a
Sauce.
knife.
Like
Not
soft.
a ghost with a knife. Ghost with a gun.
like anybody can shake this. All right, so that's Taka's turn. Next up is gonna be March.
What even can Mark do? Did
You
the whole
hear
house
shaking inside, rummaging maybe.
rummaging, but it's like all over, right?
Roll 1d8 plus detect as you try to listen in. This doesn't count as anything on your turn.
Okay, 1d8 plus detect.
Yeah.
What's my detect skill?
Just tell me what you roll.
4. Let me see if I have a detect skill. Detect. 1 to 5.
Oh, so 5? Okay. It sounds sort of like a earthquake almost. Sort of like a small earthquake, but it's only coming from your house. Not like, you know, those early stages of the earthquake where you're like, is that a truck outside?
Like a tremor, but it's
yeah.
only the house.
That's tremors. Vibrating, that's what it sounds like.
I'm going to say because she doesn't really know what's going on, she is kind of like alerted by it. But you know, grief brain. So what she really just does is she kind of braces. Not really braces, more like she's like in a state of like alertness. If anything may happen, so she's not completely caught off guard. But she still doesn't know what she's dealing with there. So she's just kind of like looking around paranoid. Not really like paranoidly, but like, what the hell's going on? This don't feel right? Like, this does not feel like the house she was in not too long ago. Something feel really off here.
No, quick question to Marge. Lawkeepers, I don't remember if firefighters get helmets.
Did they get what?
Helmets. I'm trying to remember their gear.
I think so.
Also, the next question is, how much of your gear would have been on Marge during a normal conversation with your cousin?
Considering she's kind of taking an off day-ish, she does always she is usually in like a state of ready. I'd say hold on, let me see here. She has her fire resistance gear, definitely. I don't think she'd have her helmet. I think she would have like an axe though.
Yeah, axe makes sense to have on you somewhere.
The funeral.
So the helmet.
Never know.
Where would
Maybe
your
have to,
helmet
like, axe
be?
the coffin open.
I'm fine with your helmet being on your person, but I don't know if it's on your head.
No, it wouldn't be on her head. I think it wouldn't be on her head.
Okay. You are able to put that on if you would like. Some minor action.
I'm gonna say at the moment she doesn't really, well, you know, things are flying off the walls or whatever, so that does have her feeling kind of suspect. But I don't think it's enough to make her want to put it on this phone.
Fair.
But she is like in a state of, again, alertness, and maybe she could block. I think she has the block still. If she feels like anything is going to launch at her. So yeah.
All right, fair. That's March. Talah, it's your turn.
So, Dion, can I ask, can Talah actually talk to Duppies?
You have telepathy.
Oh, yes, I do have do I have telepathy?
I like how you forgot that you full on had more than just the ability to sense things. You have full on telepathy.
Wait, didn't you like telepathy the dog last time, you know?
Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. I do have
So
telepathy.
just for context, as a natural mystic, your vibe sense allow you to sense magical objects or presences within 30 feet. You also chose the telepathy ability, which allows you to within 120 feet speak to sentient, well, not but creatures with brains, working brains. So you are rounded in the finding and discovering things skill set.
Okay. Okay, great. I would like to use telepathy actually
All right.
to speak to whatever Duppies are around. If it is spirits that you said it was spirits.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to follow Taka into the room
Mm-hmm.
and address like a radio broadcast almost to whichever Duppy is intelligent enough to hear me. Yo, Wagwan, what's happening? What the motive?
What is the motive? What's the pre? All right, I just checking the mystic class. Telepathy. You can wordlessly send your thoughts 120 feet. As a main action, you may attempt to overpower a creature within range. Okay, so you're not trying to overpower anything just yet.
Not yet, no.
Okay, so you haven't used any action. So you send out a sort of what is up. I will say they can choose to respond. Okay. Roll me 1d8 plus convince.
All right. I have one convince.
Yeah.
So let's see. 1d8. So 5.
5. All right. The presences that are closest to you, you feel that they got a message. Well, the message sends and some presences close to you respond in a way to this message, but their response sounds broken and incoherent. This is a similar thing to if you had sent messages, for instance, to a slug or a snail or like a praying mantis or something. It's
They're not that intelligent.
Internet Explorer? Internet Explorer, basically?
Internet Explorer is moving slower. Bing.
No, not Bing.
Yeah. So like
Clouds are coming out.
it's not even a slow response, it's just this kind of incoherence, this type of urgency, this kind of thing, like a bunch of minds have been broken and then put back together, and then there's like whatever is left of those is what is responding to you in a sort of pained, growing, only know of consuming and not even living, existing. That sort of response. It's like a little broken scream in various shattered voices. And you get another response a little further over in the hallway where Deliarah is, where the response is way more calm and coherent. And it is, what did you ask? Let me just ensure I'm responding properly.
What motive?
Why pre?
Oh, okay.
Why free, basically.
Freedom.
Great. All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So Talah is going to be like, that discordant voice thing is not it. And but she does recognize the freedom. So
There's one more voice that you do get, and we'll get to it after you say your thing.
So I want to know if Talah can say, I can respond to it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Talah wants to say, all right. I'll give you freedom if you help me find something.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Roll me 1d8 plus convince. I will make this your main action though.
Okay, that's fine. Convince is 1. All right, let's see.
And I want you to be I'm going to actually roll.
Hey.
7, 8.
I'm gonna roll what you need to beat. All right, so you're looking to beat a might just be 6
That's-
back. So.
I got 7 and my convince is 1, so I got an 8.
Oh damn, so you definitely beat this. Yeah,
Nice.
it's a 6.
Yeah.
All right. So one entity.
Just call me Duppy Whisperer.
One entity is like a fair trade. And behind that entity, you thought it was an echo at first because you heard a similar ring for freedom, but similar to how the first like thoughts that you got were broken and shattered and sort of cracked. In this case, there is that, but it's just louder. And the freedom echoes in a sort of unison. And you heard freedom in that unison first, and then you hear like at the same time escape, retribution, revenge. You just hear like many voices at once.
Too many
How many
people are
freaking ghosts
giving me
are in
That's a
this
bit
requests.
house,
further
bro?
out. That's a bit further out. So that's what you get on your turn. You want movement or minor action, anything?
I'm gonna move over to where Taka is,
All right. I
and
moved
that's
you
about it.
a little in.
Do want to tell him what just happened though. It's like quickly explain what's going like. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I allow you to quickly say.
it's we can bargain. One of them said it's a fair trade if them find a bang with freedom. I didn't tell them it was a bang yet. We can figure that out. The rest though sound like they're out for blood, so take that with a grain of salt.
Deacon, Devine,
You turn up yet?
it's your turn.
That's
Are you
All right.
coming? Are you gonna just go
I've
back
been in his
home?
yard for an entire
very reluctant. All right.
What's up, my
Deacon.
man?
He does not want to go.
Deacon, at this point is already outside. He has walked down enough to get to the scene of the whole noise and ruckus and everything. So he's at Augustus and Miss Mavis' yard. And he sees the body of Augustus on the ground.
First, you see March.
Oh, March is still outside.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
Yeah, she didn't go in.
Okay, so yeah, I would see March first. So immediately Pastor Jackie get put on. So he approaches March, and March, how is March like acting in this point in time?
She's slight grief haze, slightly paranoid, a little solemn, but mostly just really confused because a bunch of people are in the yard, but she's too tired to really argue against it.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's just like, "Hi, Pastor."
Oh, okay. And she's like,
I just need to interject to say Deacon. So Deacon, but go ahead. Go on.
listen, I have bounced around Father, Deacon, and Pastor this entire time.
Yeah.
He's calling
around
everybody
the block.
Pastor. If you're in class, you're a pastor.
You check the track and see that him
Pastor.
on it.
Apostolo, whatever, pastor.
Right. Oh, and I don't think I described Deacon's clothing because again I never really got to draw it well. So he is in like the even though he's not a priest, he's in the like priest looking garb with the little dowel thing here. But his priest garb is like lined with gold trimmings because what bourgeoisie. So there's like gold trimmings on like his pants foot, gold trimmings along the sleeves. Um,
Louise.
gold stitching in certain places and stuff. And he's usually in like what they call, you ever see like a youth pastor, them like American youth pastor, but them just in a black pants belt and then black shirt.
Of course.
So he's in that, but him have on like a business jacket over it. So it's like, it's very nice and tailored, you know, money. So that is how he usually looks. And you could tell he's sweating because it's all black. So he's sweating in the sun. Because it's like midday still though.
Like 1 o'clock now, almost 2-ish.
Yeah, man, still hot. Still hot. So he's sweating and he goes up to Miss March and he's like, he sees Augustus on the floor and Miss March, and of course, you know, he tries to be as solemn, not listening to Augustus in his ear, trying to be solemn, saying, Miss March, I am truly and honestly sorry for your loss. I can't imagine the grief you must be going through, losing not only your auntie, not only losing your aunt, but losing your cousin. I can't imagine the pain you're going through, honey. I am so sorry.
Talah bullshit senses tingling.
My pain right now is mostly with the constabulary force.
Oh, I'm guessing you haven't gone through with the municipal police. I don't know what to say. You haven't gone through with the polices yet, I guess.
I have, but that's God knows how long that's going to take. This is what it is. I took picture. I hope the vultures don't eat him before they get here. I don't know.
Okay, JM. Is Augustus saying anything to me at this moment?
Oh yeah, I was waiting. You see them are going like I know them kill me. Watch.
Me with my I'd like look to the side to like where I hear the voice of Augustus. I was like, so I think in this moment he would like to try and act, even though Augustus is like pushing him, like get in the house, right? Because he noticed everybody's already in the house. Deacon still has to put on the deaconess, right? So he offers to at least close the eyelids of Augustus to show some sort of like reverence and like do like a little cross thing on him, on his body. So I don't know. Is that like a minor or major action? Anything?
I will. You use your movement. I will allow you to do the whole close eye thing as a minor action. That's fine.
Okay, so he bends down like very like reverently. He bends down on that one knee thing, and he closes the eyes. I think he doesn't have that on
Take
him.
off my chain. Don't leave my chain.
All right, so he
don't make she see her take it. She then probably asks for it. Just sneak off the chain. And do what?
Right. Okay, so like he looks up to Miss March to see if she's looking. Is March looking?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, everyone has been in this man's body already. He is looking. Trying to feel
There's no seal. All right, so
and the clocks. Have some money
like, brother, you are dead.
Deacon, like again, Deacon is like at this point not very aware that people can't see Augustus. So him turn to the left, like in frustration, like
right, so seeing this and losing mine.
Right, and fix my shirt. I don't know why.
Anything, but she's definitely like you know,
like what Talah was saying, like slowly starts coming back into your mind.
Right, like Talah did warn you.
Yes, she did, and it's not like March doesn't believe in this stuff. Her mom is African; they are very superstitious.
All right,
so it's not like she dismissed it. But she's just more observing before she jumps to any worse conclusions, you know.
All right. So
She's not very spiritually attuned herself, even though she does believe some aspects of it. So
Do you have
So-
any hold 1 second. Cookie, what soul skill does March have?
just luck. That's it.
Luck? Oh, perfect.
luck.
All right. Roll me a luck check. Tell me if you beat 7.
Bloody hell.
I'm asking you to roll 7 or 8.
I do. I got an 8. Let's go.
Hey!
Mark experience with your
let's
natural
go.
8.
Oh my god.
By
Who- I-
some sheer luck.
Who also got a natural
okay.
8? I think someone else gets a natural 8 too.
I did.
I'm supposed
Yeah.
to about them experience, man. By some
Oh, their experience is reset from last session, right?
no, you get
No.
when I leveled you all up, it's basically adding 10. So you would keep the points that you had before and keep
Okay.
tallying them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm excited. You know, I forgot that. Oh, I wouldn't be Oh, I don't reach to say it. All right, never mind.
So with your natural 8, Cookie, March hears something. Just around the same time that Deacon looked and responded. She heard something. It sounded like her cousin. She probably never heard exactly what was said, but yeah, this, especially with what Talah told you, this Deacon is somehow speaking to your cousin that has recently passed.
Yeah. And like
All right, question. Did she hear the me responding to him, even though it was like a hush whistle? Was she able to hear me responding to him?
That is more likely to be heard. She knows that
Yeah.
you she heard her cousin's voice and then she heard Sata reply. The only way she wouldn't is if you rolled stealth to beat what she just rolled.
Should I do that?
You can try.
Are you
I mean,
trying
Might at
to
least
beat
be an
stealthy,
experience.
like proper
you
stealthy?
have to beat the 9.
I'm trying to steal something. All right,
You're
so
gonna try to steal the Clark stuff?
not the Clarks, the chain. I know this is about my clocks. Not the chain anymore. All right, so it's stealth.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Cool. Mark
Mom.
experience. Mark experience. The stories perfectly. All right. I'll admit that you made
Every
action.
failure is
Divine.
a mark on your experience. Every failure is a learning lesson.
Yeah, every major success is a learning experience. Every major failure is a learning experience. You're getting closer to that next level. What you aren't getting closer to is taking this chain. You reach down and March, you heard your cousin's voice, you heard Deacon say something, and then Deacon reached down trying to look like he's tying his shoe. And you know that thing where like you go down and then you start on something and it's like, oh no, they're looking, and then you move back and forth. And then you're like, oh fuck it, let me just reach for the chain. And then you grab the chain and then you move the body a little, and then the chain don't come off, and then it's up to you at that point. The control is back in your hands.
Oh my god. I throw it to March. I throw it to March.
You just rip off the chain like that.
At this point, I'm just looking at her like,
He would have wanted you to have this.
March basically just deadpan stares at Deacon Devine, reaches down. Girl has big hands. She reaches down and grabs him by the scruff of his shirt,
I'm scared.
pulls him up, and asks him, like, pulls him up so him have to look up at her. You know something and you're not telling me.
And Deacon, mad skinny too, you know. So Deacon is just like,
I mean, she's not doing anything to hurt him.
well, I can imagine it
Just
hurts him up.
dragging him a little bit. Just like
Yeah,
dragging
Hurts him up.
She's gonna pick him up at his scruff, not like to lift him off the ground, but just enough to kind of like stop him for whatever he was doing and bring his attention to her. So you're not telling me something.
Okay.
Question. When Talah spoke to the Duppies, did they stop shaking shit, or is the house still making all that racket? while this is
The-
happening.
The ones on the wall behind you, about 20 feet behind you now, still going on. One near the politician Deliarah stopped wriggling so much and stopped throwing things like stopped throwing shoes in that general direction. The house, the back of the house, still rattling a bit.
So it's still a noisy mess. And y'all are
All right. So with that, we'll move from Devine's turn. Devine, you are grabbed. Two.
Scruff of your
Whoa.
Grief.
These duppies rolled trash.
Also,
Deliarah.
I have a question, DM, real quick. If Talah used her telepathy,
Mhm.
and just said, America, yeah, to the ghost, would they all say, hello, hello?
I don't get that reference, so I could not have. I would be lost and I'd make her roll for it.
It would be so funny
I
if
would
it
be
happened.
lost too.
Deliarah, it is your turn.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Deliarah, whoa.
I love how unhinged half this part.
So Deliarah, I assume, has seen all this racket going on. But the thing with her is she is strong in mind, and her belief is that if she doesn't let anything affect her, it's not her problem. She just needs to focus on her goal. That's her mentality.
A girl
So
boss.
she's like, okay, I guess something's upsetting here, but she's still heading towards her.
Guess I did
And
keep Roma.
she just stepping like whatever is being thrown, and like her single focus is getting to that room.
I truly aspire to have Deliarah's
Deliarah.
like
Deliarah is
unwillingness
kind
to
of
get involved in
neurodivergent, I'm not
things.
gonna lie.
Just like, that sounds like a you problem. Excuse me.
You approach the door to Augustus's room.
Augustus? Yeah.
As you turn the knob, you do realize it is locked. You also hear some noises coming from that side too.
Like behind the door?
Yeah.
Return the slab.
Okay.
Stop!
I have a question. I know. Okay, just tell me if this works, right? Because I don't know. Because she's assuming something is there, but she's not sure. But considering the interaction she saw take place between Talah, oh no, that was telepathy. No, never mind. Forget that. But
no, but things did change.
Yeah, so she's gonna assume like something's happening, and her mindset is gonna be like, well, shit, this door. I'm kind of like, she has -1 in body. She's very aware of the fact that, she ain't gonna bust this down.
Not -1.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. Like she don't like getting her hands dirty. Anyways, would it be possible if she tried to use her influence to speak to whatever is behind the door, like potentially direct it to whatever, and like try to convince them to open the door? Like, is that something she would be able to do?
Anything is possible. Just tell me how you do it.
Okay, so she's like, she holds the door, realizes it's closed. She's like, well, I didn't come here today to increment myself any further. She like raises her voice a little. She like put on her politician voice, and she's just like, whatever spirits are here or may not be here, I don't know, but I need to get behind this door. you do this for me, and I'll work something up for you.
Watch
We
out.
may not be able to see each
Watch
other,
out.
but listen, just do me a favor here. Bust this open, please. So she's
Bust it
using
open for me,
political.
please.
Don't
Bust this open for me,
Look,
please.
So she's using her political influence ability.
Yeah. So there's the ability called political influence. What it says is, as a main action, speak to get a creature on your side, and you make a contested 1d8 plus convince roll to exceed a creature that can understand you within 60 feet. So the creature doesn't even need to see you, or vice versa. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll convince, and I'm gonna need you to roll one as well. So if the up, and then we'll get into what the fail conditions look like.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 7.
Plus 5 because I have a 5 in something. Oh, she got an 8. Okay, let's go.
Wait, plus 5 because you have a
5.
what?
I have a 5 in confidence.
Okay, so then max out at 4.
Oh wait, I did my level up to confidence. Oh wait, max it at 4. Fine.
Okay.
I guess I'm already maxed out confidence. I'll put in something.
Rolls
else.
are
As convincing as they get.
Yeah.
Like,
I put it so that 4 is like the human limit of greatness.
Oh,
Or negative
okay.
4 of like you're dead if it's lower than that. But Deliarah got a natural 8, so mark that experience. This thing behind the door hears you and it's like, okay, sure, fine. And so what that means is the opponent feels they are charmed by you until the start of your next turn and will use their movement and main action to follow a command you provide. While charmed, the creature will not harm you and will not knowingly harm itself. All right, so you have charmed this creature to do what exactly?
Open the door.
Okay.
Bust it open.
Okay.
Like,
you said get you to the other side of the door or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Now, okay. Whose turn is it? That's your main action. You have like minor action if there's anything you'd like to do with that. I'll say your movement brings you to the door, so it probably don't make sense to do anything else with the movement.
Okay. I guess I'll use my minor action to like take out my megaphone just in case shit hits the fan.
That's smart. That's
So
smart.
she's like ready.
That do be smart. All right.
That's it.
So right after you'll see how that culminates. Right after your turn, there is something that goes. Oh, shoot. 1 sec. One sec. 1 sec. All right.
I know you're playing with like your chest, but from the angle, it looked like you were playing with your beard just now.
Yeah.
You know, I was wondering the same thing.
He's been diligent this time. I'm very proud of you, Miguel. Very proud of you.
Very.
Sweat.
You know,
All right.
I'm doing a freebies, man.
So, Deliarah. Oh my God. I almost hesitate to do this.
Oh my God.
All right. Okay. So the door doesn't open. Let's start there. But through the door, you see an entity start to appear. And you see one face, then a second face, and then a third face, and then a fourth face, and a fifth face. And it is like a house of faces, and it wraps around you. You don't feel anything. It feels like just cold air, and then warm air, and then cold air, and then warm air. But then you start feeling faces just pressed against you all over. And then you stop feeling everything. You feel like air. And then you feel yourself being pulled inside through the door. The door is still not open.
Oh, okay.
And then you're on the other side of the room.
It worked?
So for better or the word, our word.
As cool as that is, someone come get the Deacon in here to exercise.
I would become one of the ghosts.
I
if
want
that
none of
happened,
this.
bro. I
I
would
want
be
none of
one of the
this.
ghosts.
So for better
Wow.
or
Deacon
for
pulled out
worse,
the razor.
you have gotten to the other side of the door. In here with you, it's just this faithful creature. And it seems that your political influence might be wearing off. Now that you've come face to face with it.
I'm
Oh,
dreaming of a white.
All right. And so it's my turn because all the Duppies roll trash.